All right. Oh, and we go. We are back for another week. Live again. And, today's a little different. Mostly because of the event. Like, I had been doing, like, job stuff on Tuesdays, role stuff on Thursdays, but now I'm sort of back to do my raid stuff on the weekend, which doesn't really leave any room for other things. So, since the event is going, I decided I wanted to do that. So I've changed this week up a bit, and I may shift things around a little going forward, since 2 of my stream days are already taken up by raid. But we'll see. For today, we're going to be doing the Little Ladies event, which I put together a nice little bard glam for this one. Sort of simple, sort of festive, but nothing too crazy. Because I'm not generally a big fan of, like, all pink all the time, or anything like that. But I do have my pink money out with me, so there's that. And, I suspect the event will only take, like, 30, 40 minutes. Most of the events these days are only taking, like, 30 or 40 minutes to get through to the very end. I remember when I first started the game, it took me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through some of the events. Are they just like making them shorter these days? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna get through the event, but since it's probably only gonna take a portion of the stream, I am also going to finally start up the Endwalker Hildibrand stuff. And that's not the newest Hildibrand stuff, because I think we're in 6.35 now, or if not soon. So I think there's new Hildibrand stuff. That's not what I'm going into. I'm going into the like first bit of Hildibrand stuff from Endwalker. So, and how far I get in that will depend on what other things I need to do today, because there are some other things I need to actually take care of in real life today. So, it may end up being a bit of a shorter stream, and it almost certainly will not be a longer stream if it at least goes for the normal length. So I may end up stopping the Hildibrand stuff kind of like in the middle of it. But so be it. I'll get around to finishing it eventually. Maybe even on like Thursday I'll finish it up before I start 7 Remake. Anywho, since we're here, let's get this stuff going. Inheritance fanfare. Yep. Royal Seneschal is a new event in mind to bring smiles to all the princesses of the realm. Ah, greetings, my friend. It's good to see you. Very good indeed. As it just so happens, there's a matter with which I require assistance. As you'll be aware, another Little Ladies' Day is upon us, and we're celebrating all ladies as princesses, attending to their every need. For this year's celebration, we're planning to distribute replicas of an antique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha? Yeah. Miss Alditha, a scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Alas, she's ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now she rests at my insistence. But passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. That's when I turn to you for help. In order to take the burden off my lady, who's also a treasured princess this day, might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? I'm truly grateful. Now, Miss Alditha should be resting on a bench in the Gold Court, so pray seek her out there. I leave her in your capable hands. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. Wait. Yes, in by the goldsmiths and stuff. There we go. Why are they just linking? Whatever. Aha! Physical range classes. Love them. Can probably like a Peloton and move around. Wow, that's a heck of a little ladies' day costume. That's what some people don't really care. My apologies. Didn't notice you there. Pardon me, but I do not believe we've met. Is there something you require? So the Royal Seneschal sent you. I'd be lying if I said I didn't need the help. In the worst way than I realized. Hold on. Oh, big sneeze. Oof. Oh, man. I'm supposed to meet with 2 people as part of my investigation. But as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about. I already know I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan. I have one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Old Dock, I turned to the history books, discovered that it is of a style used in the palace during the Thorn Dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Edvia, my ancestor, gave rise to Little Lady's Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at a royal soiree. It was very beautiful by all accounts. I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the Royal Seneschal. It was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that, while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, more than a few decades ago at most. This led me to wonder, who had this fan made, and why? With my mother no longer with us, I went and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. I married into the family is the present head of House Thorn. If even he doesn't know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvia's time, I thought that we could share the knowledge during the celebration. Instead, I arranged to meet with people who are versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. Sorry to impose, but might I trouble you to attend the appointments in my stead? Yeah, sure, I can take care of that. In your debt. Now, you will want to take the fan with you. Please show it when you meet the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mithril Eye, who will be at Azeneth Ossuary, and the other one is a historian, who will be at the Quicksand. Just sprinting all across the area. Sorry. Oh, when you're doing these like big serious events and stuff, you're just sprinting at full speed as fast as possible across everything. What could Aldithia be? Alditha be? Can I help you? This fan. Alditha sent you, I take it? Very well, then. I'll tell you what I know. Alditha reached out about an antique fan she found. Was instantly reminded of a similar one that I saw long ago. By description alone, I couldn't be certain, but to see it here now, there's no doubt in my mind. This fan once belonged to Alditha's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old, perhaps. when I interviewed her for a Little Ladies' Day article. That day she had this very fan with her. She was out of sorts, though, begged to sit down and rest. Sad as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short and ended up writing about something else. I must say I find it a little strange that Alditha should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother, after all. Surely she should know about it. Interesting. Why is her father not telling her anything about it? Let's see. Oof. Oh, there you are. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. So you've come on Miss Alditha's behalf. This is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed, it's of a style hailing from the Thorn dynasty. Said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered meet for noble women to cover their faces, to which end they carried folding fans on their persons. But as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edvia didn't concern herself with social norms. And at a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. Sultan and his retinue of seneschals looked on aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance, erupted into rapturous applause when she finished. The dance came to be known as the Little Ladies' Dance. It is said to have been passed down through the women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious, though. As a daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of this legacy. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray, pass along my regards. Yeah, so it belonged to her mother, and it was used to perform a dance that she very much should already know how to do. So, yeah, Dad's keeping a lot of things from her, apparently. Guess we'll see why. Just like hanging out in old Just hanging out and listening to the old night music. What's up? Oh, you have returned. Thank you for attending to the appointments in my stead. Did you learn aught of interest? Yes, I did, in fact. Your dad's definitely been keeping things from you. What? The fan was my mother's. It was used to perform the Little Ladies' Dance. Dance passed down through the women of our line. Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this. About neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't my mother share the tradition with me? No, I seriously doubt she was unaware of it. If she had the fan when she was a young girl, she probably had it for the dance. Well, that's the only plausible explanation. My mother succumbed to illness when I was little. Even if she had wished to pass on the tradition, she never had the chance to do so. Be that as it may, my father must have known something. I don't know why he claimed otherwise, feigned ignorance about the fan. How do I expect that he would willingly talk? Still, I want to know about the dance and about my mother. Sorry to impose yet again, adventure, but won't you help me find the answers? And then, it's a lot to me. Thank you. And then, if my mother appeared at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems likely that she performed the dance there. And the assumption, on that assumption, I propose we look for those who knew my mother around when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy middle-aged folks seem a likely place to start. Chances are they at least cross paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try to approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Miss Dime's Aesthetics? I will wait you there. Here. Okay, then. Alright. Actually, I can get there really quickly from here. Sapphire Avenue, I should probably teleport, but the other one is right up here. Ish. There it is. What's that? Do I know Claudia Thorne? And the dance she used to perform? May I ask who's asking? Goodness me. To think Alditha had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say. Would be glad to share what I know. She's quite frail, was Claudia. Constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions and certainly never performed the little ladies' dance in them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful, I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me. She would have dearly loved to teach Alditha, too, I'm sure. Breaks my heart that she never had the chance. If Alditha's keen to learn the dance, nothing would please me more than to teach it, poor substitute though I may be for her mother. She waits at the Gold Court, yes? I'll go and find her there at once. And back down to teleport. Just running and teleporting everywhere. Haughty mother, huh? The Thorn woman who once danced at the festival. I'm afraid I'm not familiar. The Ladies' Day has always been a common folks' festival, after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorn family. It is under their auspices that the celebrations take place. Yeah, thanks for nothing. That was pointless. Thanks a lot. Where in the world did she disappear to? What? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes. Yes, I did. It was during a Little Ladies' Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time, and I had the honor of being her guide. By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the dance. Flourishing her fan, she moved with such majestic grace. I was left utterly transfixed. A dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on the stage at the festival, I suggested. To my delight, she agreed with a smile. No sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowds than she retreated out of sight and all but collapsed to the ground. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. I hadn't been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. Apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again. A sad look on her face when she nodded in something I've not forgotten to this day. Hey, Kuritsu. Yeah. Oh, but look at me prattle on to a complete stranger. Apologies. Now then, I was in the midst of looking for someone, so I'll excuse myself. Oh, man. Like, I'm not blind or stupid. I can already tell who that guy is. Actually, I think the Gladiators Guild might technically be closer than the Goldsmiths, but screw it. It's, you know, run for 5 seconds or run for 7 seconds or something, you know?
There you are. A woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's, and kindly taught me how to perform the little lady's dance. It's as beautiful as I imagined it would be. I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Nana, were you able to learn art from anyone else? My mother once performed the dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. I've now seen the movements may indeed be trying for those of poor health. Those such as myself. Did my father choose to keep the dance a secret from me, out of concern for my well-being? So I speculate at any rate.
Lady Alditha. Oh, thank heavens I found you.
Rodolphe, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Begging your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. But all's well that ends well, and I see now that you are in good hands. Thank you, good sir, for looking after the young mistress once more. Welcome, buddy. My lady, even as we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It will set his mind at ease.
Yes, of course. Thanks to you, I've discovered things I never knew about my family. I would have you at my side when I meet with my father. Will you come with me?
Sure. Why not? Let's go see your dad, who I've totally never met.
Thank you. Your presence will give me the courage to seek the truth.
Master Fulton should be somewhere in the Ruby Road Exchange. Please follow me. There we go. Okay. Constantly all over the place. Yep, he's right back basically where we started. Oh, look, you look familiar. Like, that was so easy to call. You. You're that man from earlier. I should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter. Said what I said, not realizing you had come at her behest. What's done is done. Allow me to properly introduce myself. Fulton Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service.
No secrets, father. Why did you hide the truth from me?
Couldn't bring myself to tell you. Even as that fan and dance hold fond memories of your mother, the painful reminder that she's gone. Couldn't bear to lose you as well. So please return the fan and forget about the dance.
I understand full well why you feel this way. Why, in your position, I would likely feel the same. But as much as I'm touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the fan, and even the dance.
Yeah, good for her. I can see how the original Thorn, Edvia, right, in some high, haughty fucking social society or whatever, this dance was seen as like, oh my god, how dare she? Or whatever, even though it's so simple and like really nothing all that much. Just the like attitude with which she's carrying herself, holding her fan clear of her face and like winking at the crowd and stuff. They're all pathetic idiots, basically. Like, how dare a highborn lady do such a thing? Claudia. Miriadita, it was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn how to dance so beautifully? An old friend of mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance down to the smallest flourish. I'm surprised the old friend of her mother this many years later remembered, like, the wink and stuff. So, that's pretty impressive. Mother brought you great joy when she danced for you that day. While coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted you to experience that joy again. Ditha. I once apologized to your mother. I must now apologize to you. It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you. I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. If it's your desire to carry on the tradition, then I'll not stand in your way. Cool. Let's go perform it for Little Ladies' Day. But you know, Father, it is Little Ladies' Day. Rather than apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? Damn ads. Oh god, yeah, Little Ladies' Day, where they treat every woman like a princess. Every girl like a princess, basically. As you say, my princess. As you say, I, Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal seneschal. Every wish is my command. Except perhaps when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority. I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado, then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff in the Little Ladies' Dance, that we may share it with all who participate in the festivities. If that's your wish, then it's mine as well. On this day, all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by rights inherit the dance passed down by our family. I have a gift for you, Adventurer, as a token of my gratitude. It isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance, along with a replica of my mother's fan. Just hand me a book. It's like, here's the dance and a fan. Now then, no time to waste. Wow, she's got a lot of energy for someone who's supposed to be so, like, sickly and ill all the time and fatigued and all that. Hope she doesn't blow it all before she gets to instructing people in the dance. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible, and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Ladies' Day to remember. Oh yes, it will! Hey! Thumbs up, bro! Doofus this guy is. Alright. That's complete. And now, her greatest fan. Great. What is that one? Just completing the quest. Yep, okay. No names, no nothing, no. What? The Alpha and Omega and the Leopards are all just hanging out for Little Ladies. What the hell are you guys doing here? Don't you all have more important stuff to be doing right now? Like, Op and the Loperit Beast Tribe quests? Like, don't you all have something more important to be doing now? Jesus Christ, man. Alright, let's see. Hop, 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 hop. Hi, buddy. What is the name? Ladance. Ladance. Do you mind, Bunny? You're in the way. It is a goofy dance. Not bad. But yes, it is a bit of a goofy dance. Especially as a guy, it's a bit of a goofy dance, but whatever. And then I remember people were like macroing it as well. People were like, just let it keep going, because they really don't understand what those kinds of like Japanese fan dance things are meant to be. It's not supposed to just keep going, dude. And loop and all that. But they just macro it to like loop over and over and over again. Now, admittedly, it should be much longer than it is, because it's supposed to be telling a story. And those sorts of, like, Japanese fan dances should be much longer than that to tell a whole story. I think we're just, like, telling one paragraph of a story there. But, whatever. How you doing?
Please, I hope. If you have any questions concerning my family, it'd be my pleasure to answer them.
No, I think I pretty much got all this in the previous little lady's day. Is that really all there is? Like, I got the dance, sure, and a bit of story, but even with the shortness of the events in these days, there's usually some extra side content too. Like some repeatable thing you can do. With little bits of story for different characters. It doesn't look like there's anything like that for this one. Let me see what this marker is. I think that's just Wyman though, isn't it? Yeah, no, that'd be something else. Jesus. Are they really, like, making these events this short nowadays? Even the previous event, the Valentione, had some repeatable scenes you could do. And even a repeatable maze that you could do. Royal Seneschal? If anyone was gonna have anything for me, it'd be him. Yeah, it looks like it's over. Is there at least a merchant? Okay, good. There is at least a merchant. Oh, I don't have that one. Interesting. Ah, the confettis. Buy myself a handful of these. Little Ladies Day advertised. I don't really care about housing stuff at all. That is like... I'm pretty sure that's like the shortest of all the events I've been to since I started playing. Wait a minute. That's definitely Julie. That's definitely Julie with a name like that and that FC. Julie was in here on the other character previously. I didn't know the tiny, tiny, tiny little Lala character. I don't have that one on my friends list. Of course you rated Tiny Lullaby as Rafael. Alright. Time for me to head out. Okay, next bit. Return? Yeah, return will work perfectly. Like, that was by far the shortest event I've ever done. That took like 15 minutes to get done. Maybe 20. That's impressive. Julie. Saw tiny little Lala doing the dance, and I'm like, huh, I just clicked on it randomly. It's as Raphael, and it's part of the FC. It's like, oh, yeah. Uh-huh. I know who that is. Alright. Was there really nothing else to that event? Like, usually the events have some side stuff you can do as well. Like, repeatable scenes or things like that. Is that really, like, the shortest event they ever made? Because it took, like, 20 minutes to get done. Wow, man. Maybe they want to look in on the people they have running the, like, event storylines and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on there. Alright. Ladies' Day is done. Now it's time for Idiot's Day. And if we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do it right. So, as some people may remember, after all the horrible trauma and PTSD of Stormblood, Cat Cop tried to retire, only for Hildibrand to drag him back in for one more stupid adventure. Yeah, well, luckily Hildibrand wasn't around for Shadowbringers, so I got the chance to finally retire and relax and kick back and go on vacation and all of that. But the world-ending threats just wouldn't go away. There's no way I was going back to the Force, but I had to put my skills to use somewhere, somehow. So now I'm a cat private investigator. Cat PI. Oh, whoops. Because I had tuned that to a... Because I had tuned that to a glamour plate, it didn't save that. There we go. Much better. Now it looks like an actual gun, rather than that pink, purple, whatever thing it was before. I will grant you, I am apparently a flashy motherfucker who likes his gun to be engraved and gilded and all this shit, but at least it looks like a gun. Oh well. Alright. There we go. I'll just say I have it, like, hidden under my coat or something. Because I don't want to show it. Because it's in such a terrible position when you have the short guns, it just looks real bad. Like, why would you put it on your shoulder like that? Alright. Now, just in case I actually go into any duties or anything... Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, these are linked to... So these are linked to the glamour plates now. Okay. See, that's where I got confused. When people were saying, like, portraits are much better now, you can link them to a glamour plate and then you don't have to worry about them. You're not linking your portrait to a glamour plate. You're linking your class to a glamour plate, which means you have to use that outfit every time you play that class. Sure, it makes the portraits a little easier, but it doesn't make them any better. They're still a pain in the ass that are super fucking touchy about every little tiny minuscule change you make. They really just need to let us make our portraits however the fuck we please and not care about what we have equipped. Alright. Time for the sleeping gentleman.
Wait, I know you. We met in Kugane. You're the stone-cold killer I asked to look after the love of my life.
Oh my god, no, not you.
What's to look for? Surely you haven't forgotten me. You and me, we had a moment, a connection. Not like the one I've got with her, of course, but I know I left an impression.
Yeah, the creepy little bastard who smells like cheese and followed Nashu to Kugane after stalking her for over 5 years. That one, you mean? How many blows to the head I've taken. I'm lucky I haven't forgotten my own. That's a pretty good one, but no, I do remember you. The creepy little stalker.
There's nothing creepy about my love. It's as pure as the pristine waters of a forest stream. Fair point about the cheese stink, though. Enough about me. This is about Miss Nashu. Ever since she got sucked into that weird portal back east, I've been scouring the world for any sign of her.
That would have been worthless. Because even though there was no Hildibrand quests in Shadowbringers, Hildibrand and Nashu got sucked into the first through that portal. I don't know how the hell they got back, but I do know they could, like, show up randomly in certain locations in Shadowbringers or some shit like that.
Is this close to giving up? But then, huzzah, I found her here in Radz-at-Han. Normally I'd be happy to get back to playing the silent, invisible guardian, but she seems pretty distressed by the plight of her inspector friend. He's here too, but laid up and shown no signs of waking anytime soon. Menashe's been fashioning all sorts of medicines in hopes of rousing him, but to no avail.
Why didn't she just throw a bomb at him? That usually wakes him up.
I could care less if he kicked the bucket, but I hate seeing her like this. She's liable to work herself to death. So what say you? Will you deliver my dearest Nashu from her plight? You'll find her over at the High Crucible, no doubt slaving over an alembic. With that, I'll get back to cheering her on from the shadows. You too, I guess. Now go, quickly, save my beloved.
You are a creepy little bastard. You've been stalking Nashu since ARR, bro. Like, stop, okay? Just stop. No, actually, this is... If I teleport to the other one, I have to run up the stairs anyway. This is going to take about the same amount of time both ways. I figured I should get started with this, considering there's, like, new Hildibrand stuff out, and the relics are locked behind this content anyway, and I should probably start working on relics, because even though they're not best in slot, technically a relic weapon would actually be better in slot for me than what I've got going right now, if I do it with Sage. Like, lore-wise, I think I should be doing it with Paladin, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'll do it with Sage. Since I'm, like, raiding as Sage this tier, I really should be trying to do the relic as Sage, so I can get it, like, at the end of all Endwalker things, have a best-in-slot relic for Sage.
That should do it. Now to take this medicine and...
Hey.
Gosh. Feels like it's been forever. Though definitely less than a year, I'm sure. You write it on. Enjoying a spot of adventure, or perhaps...
I'm just looking into a new case.
Then you've heard. It's true, Inspector Hildibrand's going into hibernation again. And... oh wait, you're giving me that look. One that screams, what about the whole weird portal business? Alright, since you silently asked. So back on the Ruby Sea, remember how Greg got doused with dew prism and was forced to whisk us all far away?
Yes, I do. Fucking do the dew prism.
And that strange rift then opened up, which the Inspector then got sucked up into. How I followed him in after.
Yes, I do.
After that, we all ended up in this bizarre place. Couldn't tell up from down, left from right. So we wandered, lost and confused. Fortunately, Greg came to his senses and explained that we were in the Inspectorial Rift, and then used the same trick to bring us home.
Interspectorial rift. Interspectorial rift. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure you got that wrong.
Greg himself stayed behind, though. Something about a score that he had to settle. Not sure what that was about, but hey, you know Greg.
Score that he had to settle. I mean, I know he jumps between games by just jumping through portals and shit like that, but... Did we encounter Greg at all in Shadowbringers? I don't recall. No, I don't think so. The last time we saw Greg other than the Hildibrand stuff was back when he was impersonating Jim. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, we're back now. But the rub is that Inspector Hildibrand hasn't opened his eyes since once. I know he needs his beauty sleep, but it's been an awfully long time. And we've got cases to solve. I've been trying my hand at apothecary stuff, seeing if I can make something that will get him up and moving, but nothing seems to work. I think we're making progress. Me and Mr. Chupacabra from the Shakshuka concern, that is. You remember Mr. Chupacabra, right? Got sucked into the rift along with us. Former evil mastermind. Not so bad once you get to know him.
Oh god. This idiot is back and helping Chuparaka.
Pleased I am to meet you once more, and under less compromising circumstances. If I may correct our mutual friend, I am Juvraka, chairman of the Sejatra concern. You're distrustful and somewhat bloodthirsty, Glass, not unwarranted. But in my defense, who among us has not contemplated enslaving the rich and powerful to bend the world to their whim? I pray you forgive me my poor joke. Help me to assure you that after wandering the interdimensional
rift, there we go, interdimensional, interspectorial rift, Jesus Christ.
The sisters only know how long. I am a changed man. Actually, I understand that words alone would not suffice to absolve me of my sins. Since my return, I have operated a humble apothecary that caters to the needs of one and all. Furthermore, I made arrangements for Miss Nashu's workshop. Rest assured that I will spare no effort in helping her see Inspector Hildibrand awakened and return to full health. And with that, if you would excuse me, I must see to other business.
Thank you for just immediately saying, yes, I'm still a bad guy as soon as you turned away from me.
Isn't he the nicest ex-villain you ever met? Oh, but that's right. I just finished my latest medicine. Got high hopes for this new recipe.
Suppose I ought to get a look at the Manderville man himself. Medicine might not do us any good. You ought to just throw a bomb at his face. That'll usually get him going.
By all means. The inspector's resting in a room up in Kama. Awake or asleep, I'm sure he'd enjoy your company. Let's go.
God. Well, great. Back into the nonsense. Oh yeah, I should probably, but who do I go with? Do I have a, I don't think I have, like, a Nashu or Hildibrand or anything like that. Hey, Swag! Thank you for the 3-month subscription! Thank you very, very much.
Let's go.
Let's go! Do I not? I don't think I ever got like a Nashu or a Hildy. If so, they would be around here. Actually, I might have a busted up Hildy, I think. Yeah, I do. I have a busted Hildy. from back when he looked like crap, I think. No, actually, this one's the fancy outfit. There we go. Yeah, if I recall, he comes with a Nashu. If you let him stand for a little while, then Nashu pops out and they pose. Nice to be back in town. And also... Ooh. I think it's like $375 for an accessory, so 75, 65. I might have just barely enough for 2 accessories if I finish out this week. It's $385? Okay, then I won't have enough. I'll have enough to get 1 more piece that's best in slot before we raid this weekend again. So that'll be a nice tiny little boost, just a tiny little boost. But at least it'll be best in slot. But I won't be able to get enough for a 2nd piece. Oh well. Also, I need to, like, unmute the hunt trains from Centurio Hunt, because that's how I do it. Like, I can probably grab some by running Euphrosyne. But what should I run Euphrosyne with? Because I've got 620 or higher everything on Sage, so I should probably be looking into getting other pieces from Euphrosyne. I'll figure that out. But I can probably get some causality just from running Euphrosyne for my piece for the week, and then anything beyond that I need, I'll just do some Endwalker trains, hunt trains for a day or 2.
Isn't this room nice? Mr. Chupacabra is taking care of everything. He even paid the rent in full. Ah, but I'm distracting you, aren't I? You need to concentrate while you examine the inspector, yes?
Study the sleeping inspector. Move the camera. Oh god, it's the... it's the freaking... tracking. Could we please make this the actual blow dart one again? Because I would love just blasting this dude in like 5 different places with a trank dart. Even though he's already out cold, maybe I could keep him down a little longer. Exquisite buckles of the stylish footwear, design unique to House Manderville. These shoes would almost certainly fetch a small fortune in the market. Thanks. I really care about that. Yes, nothing to inspect here. There's nothing of any interest whatsoever here, apparently. Oh well, too bad for you, Hildy. Nothing of any interest at all. Rippling muscles bespeak impressive strength. Smooth skin suggests that only on the rarest of occasions does the man resort to violence. Troublingly, his limbs are stiff and cool to the touch, as if the blood runs cold in his veins. Oh good, he's dead. Wonderful. Oh well, he's been a zombie before. Rugged features belie what is at a closer glance the sensitive mien of a cultured gentleman. While he still breathes, he appears to be locked in a deep slumber. And why is his freaking body cold if he's just sleeping? This is disturbingly reminiscent of the Scions who were summoned the first for a time. Oh, is that why we were able to, like, catch glimpses of him in locations in Shadowbringers? Oh. So his body was just floating in the interdimensional rift with Craig and Nashu. But his spirit got yoinked to the first? Did Nashu ever show up with him when he appeared in the first? I know there was never a story beat where he appeared in the first, but at any point when he could just, like, appear randomly in locations in the first, was Nashu ever there with him? Because I don't think I remember anyone saying that she was. I don't know that I ever saw him. I don't think I ever saw him in the first, but I do know he can appear there. So yeah, if his soul got yoinked out to the first, then I guess Nashu wouldn't have been with him.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
Thank you for the follow, Roger. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, finished already? Any theories as to what's wrong with the inspector?
Well, he's a soulless husk, which is less than ideal. Where am I at with Endwalker? I am actually caught up. I have fully finished 6.3. I just hadn't bothered to start the Hildibrand stuff until now, because I didn't care. I had a bunch of other stuff I was doing. So I am fully caught up with the story. Expect he may have been summoned to another reflection. Nope, this one. He's a soulless husk, which is less than ideal. Yeah. Should be. I've gone all the way through 6.3, so I've gone all the way to, Mount Ordeals Trial. And, yeah, that's where I'm through. I finished the 4 elementals.
Let's see. I mean, I don't, but that's what you're supposed to say at times like this. I know that much. How do we wake him up?
Well, I travel to the first, I try and locate his soul, and I stick it in a crystal.
And turn his soul to his body. But where did it go? What's it doing there?
Probably went to the first to become the Gentleman of Darkness, as you do. It's kind of wholly unlike ours, but still slightly like ours. A world of God. Nope. Gentleman of Darkness. Went to the first to become the Gentleman of Darkness. Since you've caught up yourself with it, yeah. But yes, I have finished Mount Ordeals. Nowadays, I tend to be doing, aside from variety games, when I'm doing Final Fantasy XIV, it tends to be job quests, role quests, and on the weekends, I'm raiding with a static now in Abyssos.
Let's see, right. So can you go there?
Preventing the end of days and all, yep. Though it seems like we're always preventing the end of days in every expansion, almost.
Great. In that case, I'll leave the soul searching to you. I'm sure it goes without saying, but once you've arrived in this otherworldly world, look for a place that smells of mystery and intrigue, and chat with people there. It's standard agent of inquiry protocol. Oh, since this is Inspector Hildibrand we're talking about, don't be surprised if you find him asleep, or having forgotten a thing or two.
Just give me a bomb.
Not to worry. I prepared my traditional medicine just in case. Don't hesitate to use it, and with that, do take care out there.
Oh, she is gonna give me a bomb. Yes. But what I'm going to do here really quick is time you out for just 1 second. I'm not trying to punish you here or anything, Roger, but I am going to time you out for just 1 second just to, like, clear out the chat. I don't really care about spoilers that much, but for anyone else who might be here in the chat and who hasn't caught up, let's avoid spoilers. It's alright, you didn't know. It's fine. You didn't know, but yes, I am up to there. I'm just going to clear the spoilers out of the chat, that's all. Alright, Blue Nerd at the Crystarium now. Bum, 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 bum. But yes, I will say, that was a very epic scene. Although, part of me desperately wants to...
Oh, hey, babe.
Hi, Baron. I see you there. So for Roger, part of me desperately wants to make a Lalafell, just so I can watch that whole scene with a Lalafell, because I think that'd be friggin' hilarious. And for Zwag, Abyssos is going. Abyssos is going. We struggled with Devour on Saturday, and then with the Sunday static, which is a little different. My Saturday and my Sunday static are about, like, half the same people and about half different people on each day. On Sunday, we managed to get pretty consistent with Devour, and we made it to Ruby 5, but we kept dying. Well, we only made it to Ruby 5 like 2 or 3 times, but we died to Ruby 5 every time. But we become pretty consistent with Devour, at least. Want to play 14, never get a good PC. Base your characters in Warhammer or maybe Alright. Yeah, if you're gonna be basing your characters in like Warhammer, then you're gonna want like Highlander Hearers or Rogadins or things like that, and like warriors. Like warrior class. Just the biggest, fattest freaking armor you could find. Baron. Hi, Lahi! Read with the Lahi. Big axe, big armor. Exactly. Although for what it's worth, I think the warrior does have a couple of hammers too. So it's not just axe. You can get yourself like a big fat hammer with some huge armor. Welcome back, friend. Offer you a pint, but my barman's sense tells me that's not why you're here. This friend of yours has gone missing. Sorry to hear that, but plenty of travelers pass through these parts. You're here. I was about to say I couldn't hang around because I haven't done the most recent Hildibrand stuff yet, but you're at my... Yeah. No, I'm not doing the 6.35 Hildibrand stuff. I never bothered to start the 6.25 Hildibrand stuff, and that's probably all I'm going to be doing today. Like, I don't even know if I'll get finished with the 6.25 today, because I do have some IRL stuff to do today, so I'm not planning to, like, go long or whatever. So I may stop in the middle, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it to 6.35 stuff. Plenty of travelers pass through these parts. Could you describe the fellow to me? An idiot of inquiry, big, burly, well-dressed, gentleman of darkness. Hume, burly, wears a monocle, well-meaning idiot. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly it. Wearing a tattered suit, most like. Probably, but I'll go with well-meaning idiot. Yes, it does sound familiar. Mind you, I didn't see him myself, but I do believe one of our bounty hunters spied such a man when you were all battling that horde of spectral warriors. Yeah, this is basically how I've heard Hildibrand can show up in Shadowbringers, is like you'll be in an area doing something and suddenly he'll be like behind a tree or behind a rock or something and then just like disappear as suddenly as he arrived. Jot, come here a moment. Someone wants to speak with you. That's so. Make it quick. This ale ain't gonna drink itself. Absolutely freaking love this part of the Hildibrand quest that kills you. Yeah. If it ain't Ash, what brings you back to our neck of the woods? Now that you mention it, I did see someone like that. Right there on the battlefield after you ran off to do more hero work. First, I thought he was gonna attack me like the rest of the spirit what's-its. But no, he just stood there, striking a pose, trying to scare or seduce me. Damned if I could tell. Still, he was glowing, and I wasn't about to take any chances, so I said, "Hey, pick off, ghost!" and sent him packing. Piss off, ghost! Oi, piss off, ghost! My tiny little drunk dwarf. Oh, I love Giat. Did he die, you ask? To which I'd say, what am I, a curmudgeon? Also, I've kept my mug waiting long enough. Good talk. Could be the Warrior of Darkness. No. That's the cat PI of Darkness today, thank you very much. Oh my god, they're actually decked out like fully as adventurers now. These guys are making pretty good progress for brand new Warriors of Light. Thought that was your voice.
was convinced my ears were playing tricks on me. It's good to see you again. Didn't mean to eavesdrop. We overheard you discussing the renegade poser. We've been searching for him for some time now. There have been sightings in Lakeland, you see. Mona and I have been tasked with getting to the bottom of it. We've little in the way of useful information, though. All we know is that he appears without warning and strikes a disturbing pose.
Is it this pose? Like, I could pose for you. I'm sure it's the right one.
Not caused any harm.
If you discount the shock of a strange man gesticulating in your general direction, that is.
Nevertheless, we're worried his behavior might escalate. You've been tasked with apprehending the miscreant as well.
Absolutely. I'm constantly apprehending this miscreant. Like herding friggin' cats over here.
Not quite, Vona. I just come back to track down a missing friend.
Your miscreant, I regret to say, might be my friend. Wouldn't call him a friend, per se, but I too happen to be looking for a man prone to posing.
The man you're looking for might be one and the same. Why not work together? Between the three of you, you're bound to have better luck.
Funny how you look like a noir detective. Oh yeah, I did that on purpose. Every point up to this, through the Hildibrand stuff and Stormblood, I had a police outfit that I was doing with like the delivery Moogle cap and then like a blue dyed like top that basically made my character look like a cop. But I was trying to retire from the Force in Stormblood till Hildy dragged me back in for one last adventure. Luckily, he didn't show up in Shadowbringers, so I got the chance to retire and take a vacation and let some of the PTSD settle for a while, and... But I'm a cop at heart, but I wasn't going back to the Force, so now I'm a detective. Instead of cat cop this time around for Hildibrand, I'm cat PI.
Between the three of you, you're bound to have better luck. It'll be an honor, and a great help. We're just about to leave to gather testimony, as it happens.
Classic detective story. Once a cop, a detective doing cases for money, pretty much. Nowadays, it's not even like, oh, damn, Hildibrand dragged me in for one last job. Nowadays, it's just like, oh, Hildy's up to his shit again. I better get paid for this.
Come and join us in Solon when you're finished here. We'll solve this mystery in no time.
I have connections to the police force. Actually, yes. Actually, legitimately, yes. I have done so much across the storyline of this game for the Brass Blades, the Yellow Jackets, and... Who's Gridania? Because it's not the Serpents, that's the Grand Company. Who would be the cop force of Gridania? Because the Immortal Flames is the Grand Company, but the Brass Blades are like the cops. The Maelstrom is the Grand Company, but the Yellow Jackets are like the cops. But does Gridania have like a cop force? I don't even know. Would it be the Keepers? Wouldn't it? Or maybe the Hearers, but the Hearers are more like spiritual, not so much cops. I don't even know, but I've done so much for all of them that honestly, they all owe me tons of favors. As that friend in the police who gives them information they need, even if it upsets the commissioner or something. Yeah, I've definitely got those. If we go all the way to the Grand Company, that would probably be... Oh, shoot. Why am I having so much trouble remembering her name? Let me see really quick. Moko? I think that's the last name. Or that might be the last name. I don't remember. And then there was, that sergeant, or whatever he was. Captain? or whatever that was in the Immortal Flames that I worked with. Like, I can remember exactly where she is, but I don't remember where he would be. Rashot, that's it. Riki. Riki would be that friend in the Maelstrom. It's funny you should mention all I need is a revolver and some alcohol. Yoink. I even dyed it to look like a real gun rather than it has normally it looks like purple or whatever. That's why I go machinist for the for the Hildibrand stuff. Or a large trench coat. Bright purple gun is the best gun. Yeah. It works well, especially when what you want is a small, like, single-hand gun. But when you try and sprint with this thing, it looks fucking stupid. If I have... Yes, I do. Look at that, because he still holds it like a normal machinist gun with two hands, even though it's so short it doesn't work. It's so dumb. Like, they didn't bother putting in an animation even after they added small guns. And then in... Ul'dah. Let me try and see. I don't know if he's just hanging out in the Immortal Flames place all the time. Oh, good. No Saj is still here dancing. All is right with the world. Like, if No Saj ever logs out, then you know something is wrong. Swift! There he is! Commander Swift. That's my buddy in the flames. And then God knows if I can remember what that guy's name in the Serpents is. I always forget that guy's name. Like, I couldn't even really remember Swift, and that's an easy one. But, what's your name again, buddy? Was it Gavin? No, not Gavin. It's, Hulu. That's it. Or Hulwa, or whatever the hell his name is. Vassail here. Like, see? I do. I have those friends in the military and police forces still that owe me favors and will give me information if I need them. Like, I've done so much for all three of those characters at this point. All of them were associated with, like, Beast Tribe stuff and Grand Company stuff and, like, a bunch of things. Alright, back to the case. Wait, I need this for this one. Come, Omega. It's time for us to conquer the first! I mean, go find out what happened to Hildy. Sorry. Every time I summon this mount, suddenly I just feel like I need to conquer everything. And destroy the world. It'll be mine or no one's. Is that one Lalafell in the Rogue questline who I'd like to throw off inside? I do remember the one you're talking about. I don't remember what, her. Yeah, I believe it's a girl. What her name is, but yeah, I do remember the one you're talking about. Plus, there's that, yeah. I really am like an old retired cop who's now a detective. Because I have, like, CIs as well, right? I have friends in the Rogues, guild who could help me gather information and stuff, too. Oh man, that's bad. Oh, that fellow. I saw him the other day on the way home from Clearmount, and enjoyed one too many libations after my bath. Ended up wandering off into the forest. Stumbled drunk into the woods. Before I knew it, the sun was dipping low and the sky turning dark. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever make it home. That's impressive. A friend of mine was liking my tweets today. I'm kind of surprised because she's going through quite a lot today. So, I'm glad if I'm able to bring her, like, any humor or just some light into her day. And I was being with her in 5 minutes. Then I felt a gentle tug at my arm. Would you believe it? This odd-looking man led me out of the forest to set me back on the road. I thanked him profusely, but he said nothing in reply, just struck this pose and walked off. Yeah, that sounds about right for him. I do not have the riding map for this location, do I? Because I'm moving slow. I see him. You bet I did. He's crossing through the forest, the lost shepherd. On my way home, on my way to deliver the fish to the Ostel Imperative. I don't know where this odd man leapt in front of me. Thought he was a bandit at first, then he abruptly turned to the side, curled his neck, and put his fist to his head as if to say, I don't know. It was baffling. I ran when I realized he wasn't gonna do anything else. Just bumbling around. I do wonder which one I should try and get a piece for this week in Euphrosyne. They're up to 595. It's not enough to really raid with, but it's enough to get into a bunch of stuff with. I see 597. What does he have that I don't? Oh, he has, Oh, I didn't change out to that one. Don't care. Don't need it. Paladin's at 615, but do I really want a tank? Honestly, I really think I'd prefer to just get a DPS up there. So I'll probably go for aiming pieces in Euphrosyne for this week. Like, it's already bad enough I am healing my first ever Savage raid. Like, do I really want my other playable class to be a tank? No thanks. Yes, I saw someone like that when I was out picking mushrooms in the forest. He even spoke to me. I was repulsed at first by his form, but he only wanted to warn me that fell beasts lurk in the forest, and that I should be wary. Contrary to appearances, I'd say he was actually quite gentlemanly. Yep, sounds about right. I still love how you fold into Omega's, like, hatch on top, even though there's absolutely not enough room for you in there. Finished questioning the locals, have you? Were you able to learn anything? Not only has the poser caused no harm, he's even helped people? So he's a gentleman, albeit a suspicious one. Something of a contradiction, you might say. But there's no reason to doubt what we heard. No, suspicious gentleman's about right, buddy. Everyone seemed to encounter him in the forest of the Lost Shepherd, right? Well, then that's where we'll look next, shall we? I still love, like, how randomly I got this mount. Like, I love that it's Omega, but I also love how randomly I picked it up. People were just, like, doing a random PF, like, I want to do this, whatever, in, Alpha...
Oh my god!
Alpha
Okay,
Scape?
it's happening! Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure?
Alpha Scape,
What's the
I think.
procedure? Stay calm! Wait! Everybody calm down! No!
Nope. There are still more. There we go. That takes care of that. Like, it was just a random PF or an Alpha Escape thing, whatever. And I'm just like, I'll join it. And we just hit it for a couple of times. Unsynced, of course. Otherwise, it would have been so much harder. It's just like, oh, a mount. Look, there's a mount. Yeah, love that. Stay fucking calm. The moment approaches. Well, here we are. How exactly are we supposed to begin our search? These woods are, well, woods. I know how. Got a plan, do ya? Far be it from me to doubt the warrior of darkness. Show us what you got in mind, and we'll back you up to the best of our ability. Love that they're still calling me the warrior of darkness, but I'm just like dressed like a detective. Summon him. Manderville Mambo, baby. I'm not just performing the Manderville, I'm going with the Mambo. Yes! This pose, you mean? Like summoning the ancient evil spirit from the darkness. Yes, they're doing it with me too. They're doing the mambo with me. All night long and into the morning, they're doing the mambo with me. It's great. I love that. Hark, what familiar gentlemanly gyrations are these? The ritual. Hi, moron. Oh my god, he's dressed like an angel. Oh my god. Wait, the wings actually work? What the hell? Shit. Why do you look like that, Ash? Why would any of this surprise you even slightly? Jesus Christ, he's a light warden. The forgiven gentleman. A fucking light warden. Splat. Yeah. You really miss these storylines during Shadowbringers when there isn't one. On your guard, it's a Sin Eater! I love this part so yeah. Oh wait, that's no Sin Eater. Yeah, it's an idiot. It's not a Sin Eater, that's a moron. It's the Gentleman of Light. Gentleman of Light? Who is this Gentleman of Light of whom you speak? I am the forgiven gentleman, devourer of sins, light warden extraordinaire. He hit his head again, that's for damn sure. The gentleman inspector. Might occasionally moonlight as a zombie overlord, but trust me, you're a gentleman inspector. Yup. Okay. There's only one way to wake him up. Thank you for giving me your usual medicine, Nashu. Because this time, I get to play the Nashu. And I've been waiting for this shit for years. Makes this part very satisfying. Yep, I get to be Nashu this time around. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Inspector. Sin Eater. Inspector. Sin Eater. You're acquainted with this, gentleman? Acquainted is a strong word, but... Nope, never met him before in my life. Just walk away. Right then. Clearly your friend has been through a lot. But still, how did he get it in his head he's a Sin Eater? There's no way to bring back his memories. Oh, there's a way. I brought his medicine. Here, take 2 of these. And call me when you brush the char off your clothes. Hell yes! Explosives? We're still trying to save him, right? He'll be fine. Look on my character's face is priceless. Yes, 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 yes. Right in the face. Oh, he volleyballs it up. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, not happening. Come on, Blitzball, kick that shit back at him. He lays up the fucking volleyball. It's so bad. Oh, I love this one. Spike it. Spike it. Fucking spike it into his face. Yes. Fucking spike it right into his stupid face. Yes. Oh my god, I love these quests so much. Oh my god, I probably should have bought Titus's outfit off of the Mog Station for this one instead of coming in here as a detective. Oh god. Look at White. We killed him. No. That dude is unkillable, bro. Relax. Just kicking his legs around. It's always nice to meet people who've never encountered Hildibrand before, because they give the best reactions. Meanwhile, my character over here just making Nashu's faces, because I'm about to blow this asshole up. I say, Hash, I had resigned myself to Nashu's ungentle methodology, but you too, my British friend? Yes. Faces, man, it's so good. But, never mind that. Don't recall the world being quite so purple. Okay. We're waiting this ad out. There's no way I'm losing people to Hildibrand's freaking dumb shit for a Twitch ad. I love the fact that you get to be Nashu in this storyline. That is so perfect. Male Mikote make my hands hurt. Just looking at how they have their feet. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, the infinite claw shape that male Mikote make of their hands, where they're constantly holding it like that. Yeah, it's like, you want to give me carpal tunnel just looking at you, man? Previously, I was with Nashu and Greg, wandering the bizarre shadowy realm known as the Interspectorial Rift. Uh-huh. Echo? Oh! I forgot. Yes, these are not just adventurers. They really are legitimate warriors of light, which means they have the echoes too. Thank you very much, famous. For that shit. I can awaken like 100, 200 people to the echo in this world. You make an alt for EU servers. Nothing to say since, you know, European. Probably going to make a row character. I already have 2 alts. Like, I know what I'm going to make them. I technically already have their names. But since both their names are stupid memes, there's a good chance someone may have already taken those names, but, yeah. But I already know what races I'm going to make them, and preferably what names I'm going to give them. But they definitely will be my, my international alts. Like, these days, there isn't really a big reason for me to make, like, a Primal or Dynamis or Ether alt. I can go to any of those myself. In fact, I do go to Primal on the weekend to join my static for raids. It's easy, right? But for, like, international servers, when I make alts, I already know 2 of them that I want to make. Know what I'd call a Lalafell? though, even if it doesn't quite follow the rhyming scheme. Reki Stepi. Reki Stepi. No, I have a good one, but I'm not saying any of these names out loud till I actually make the characters. I'm pretty sure both of these have probably already been taken by someone, but just to be sure. I'll jump around. I will jump around from server to server to server trying out these names just to see if I can find one that I can make them on. Where am I? Who am I? Also, I do know that since he's a Manderville, both Godbert and Hildibrand should have sort of the, like, posh British-esque accents, kind of. I believe? I think so. But I just can't give them that. I just can't. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Every time I see Godbert and Hildibrand, I just give them, like, himbo sound, right? Like, where am I? Who am I? This is a strange place. Right? I just make them all sound like himbos. Hello, what was that? Was that Deep Dungeon someone was just asking about? Like, I'm not going in, but... Liz... Join me, Hagen Ren, for... Oh, new Deep Dungeon. They're doing Orthos. I don't even know how to unlock Orthos, actually. I'm kind of surprised if it's super easy. Like, I would have thought you'd have to have done some Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High, or maybe even have done a bunch of Eureka, since it's Eureka Orthos. But maybe not? If people are, like, already, hey, anyone want to join us on day one? That's sickening light. That aggressive posturing. I know what you are. You're one of them, ain't you? Oh, Jesus. She needs a good old-fashioned dwarven decking. Giot. Oh, I love you, Giot. You're great. Also, I kind of love the fact... Piss off, Ghost! I do kind of adore the fact that Giot, even though is a warrior, is a tank, gets like a monk-style LB to just deck people. Just fucking impaled him in the wall. You good? Wonder how long he was there. Oh, a City Eater. Just get perched on him. It's great how we're using these horrible, traumatic creatures that are all people who've been horribly misshapen into monsters as fucking comedic timing for the Hildibrand quest. Like, you forget a little bit what Sin Eaters actually are when they just make dumb comedic shit happen during Hildibrand quests. Hypno ass, oh god. Run for your lives, it's a Sin Eater! Oh my god. Well, every time he loses his memory, Hildy just imprints on like the first thing he sees. Sin Eater. Like, never bothered to learn what Sin Eaters were, or to ever actually act like one, just ran around claiming to be one. Hildy could remember Baby Bird, yep. I'll be damned. Saw a vision of the man's past. No wonder he became convinced he was a sin eater. I saw it too. It was quite possibly the most ridiculous memory I've ever glimpsed. Yes, it would be, guys. That's just Hildy. Answer me, my faithful assistant. Where are we? And why is it so purple? The first? The first what? Are you telling me we've somehow traveled to an entirely different world? Yup. Good gods. Think that I've transcended the very boundaries of time and space. But worry not. My adoring fans, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will return to you forthwith. The very boundaries of time and space. Just call me Dr. Hildy. Saying to me that we didn't get a full Hildy quest line for Shadowbringers, clearly intending to, and we got the abridged version of it. Yeah. A full quest line of him, like, thinking he's a Sin Eater, and then you have to blow him up. Or Nashu. If Nashu probably would have showed up if it was a full Hildy quest line in Shadowbringers. A soulful reunion. Well, I've enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember. We should be getting back to our own world soon. Would you happen to know how we might go about doing that? Yeah, I need to rip your soul out, stick it in a crystal, and drag you back with me. Restore my soul with a spirit vessel. Say no more. Your cursory description was more than enough for me to grasp the concept completely. Sure it was, pal. It's not unlike brewing the perfect cup of coffee, which means our task is clear. We require the services of a skilled soul sommelier. Soul sommelier. Actually, I do know a soul sommelier. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking when he said that. I know a perfect soul sommelier named Beck Lube. Kind of want to buy the Alize costume just for her hairstyle included. Oh, they included her hairstyle with the costume. Yeah, definitely not for me, but it is interesting that they give you her hairstyle as well. Splendid. I see that even in this world you rub shoulders with the cream. Let us pay this Beklug a visit. Not sure what you're plotting to do with souls, but if you require Beklug's assistance, we can help. Aye, they've aided us time and again. I reckon they'd do the same for your friend here. Come with us to the Cabinet of Curiosity. I like that Beklug is just hanging out in the Crystarium now, just helping with, you know, whatever. Mostly just hanging out and reading books and then helping whenever they need some crazy magical shit done. No. Definitely don't need that to be my home point. Cabinet of Curiosity, there it is. Any hairstyle which isn't a base play is VR compatible is available. Oh. Yeah. Are the hairstyles really that bad too? I mean, I know the hats are terrible for Vera and Rothgar, but are the hairstyles really that bad for Vera too? That, like, most of them just aren't gonna work on a Vera? If you're ready, I'll call for Beck. Look. Ah, the Genius Soul Sommelier. Come highly recommended by Ash. What an adorable little puppy you have. So, what? Puppy? I beg your pardon, but there seems to be some confusion. Puppy?
Who is this imbecile, Ashran? I've half a mind to make him dig a hole so I could throw him in it. Huh. But I presume he is a friend of yours, and one in need no less. Friend is a bit of a stretch, but yes, he's in need. A lot of the hairstyles weren't available for Vera at first. They've been slowly adding them. In Shadowbringers, and when I was leveling, I could only use the ones that Vera had by default. Oh god. Great. What? Another of your friends that needs to be sent back to the source? Have you forgotten how complex and difficult it was to do the last time? Did you waltz in here and ask me this favor with the air of one shopping for a new hat? You come in here on the day of my daughter's wedding and ask me this favor. This case is no different from the others, at least. He's present only in soul, as they were. We'll need another spirit vessel, of course. You don't happen to have one on you already, do you? I mean, should I not? I should have like 6 or 7 of these things just, like, taking up space in my dresser drawer or something. Entrusted to you by the Crystal Exarch, you say? If only he knew how you were using it. Fortunately, I have a Porxie on hand. We've been using it to treat patients at risk of transforming into eaters. I suppose it's due for a change of pace. There's, however, one concern. In case I didn't make it clear before, the process can place great strain upon one's soul. If he's lacking in resilience, there's a chance he will not survive. Its very essence will be rent asunder. Did you just ask if Hildibrand was lacking in resilience, dude? He's been beaten, pummeled, impaled in a cliff face, and blown up since getting here. Hildibrand is fine. Do whatever you need to do. He'll survive it. Like, that is not a concern. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Yeah, after what he's lived through, it'd be implausibly anticlimactic for him to die like that. Ah, Ash knows me all too well. I assure you, my good sommelier, who is most certainly not a dog, you needn't worry for Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Mandeville. Literally all he's got going for himself is resilience. Yes, I get the distinct impression that the gods themselves cannot kill him if they tried. And they have. Yes, actually. Come along then, Hildy. I can't be bothered to remember that name. 1,000 thanks. Simply point me to the soul siphon and I shall hop right in. Rest of you can wait here. I promise I won't hurt him, no matter how much I might be tempted. You'll be pleased to know that the process was smooth and uneventful. Honestly, I was hoping for more of a challenge. All you need to do is take his spirit vessel back to the source and bring it in contact with his corporeal body. Should awaken immediately with his soul and memories intact. Oh, don't worry, if the spirit vessel doesn't work, we've got plenty of bombs on hand. If there's nothing else, Fonod and I should be getting back to our duties. It was a pleasure, Ashran. If all too brief. I won't pretend I understood even a fraction of what happened, but I'm glad I was there for it. Till we meet again, rest assured that Taylor and I will be doing our damnedest to look after the people here in your absence. Like, these guys really have kind of taken off as Warriors of Light. Oof. Back to Raza. Ashu. I have his soul, you have his body, and we have lots of bombs. Let's get this done. Oh, god damn it, what happened to his body? You're back, and not a moment too soon. We have an emergency on our hands.
Giving her the spirit vessel? Are you kidding me? She'll lose it by the time we find his body.
Inspector Soul's in this, you say? That's great, but we have another problem now. Inspector's body has gone missing. We went to the markets to do some shopping, and when we came back, he was nowhere to be seen.
I double-checked that every door was locked before we left. But there's nothing to suggest someone forced their way in.
We got a case on our hands. The case of the evaporating inspector. We must begin our investigation at once. Come on, let's start looking for witnesses.
Oh boy. Can I please just go to that definitely still evil alchemist asshole who probably took him? That or the body just got up and walked away, because I wouldn't put that past Hildibrand. So I don't know where it would have gone. Did I see anyone get carried out of that house, you ask? I was too distracted with stock taking to make note of any comings or goings. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. Dubious individual. Most distressing situation indeed. And everything you know, the inspector's life is in jeopardy.
I didn't see anyone carry a person out of that house, no. But I did see a man carrying a particularly large sack, so heavy he strained to lift it. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that you mention it, it was a bit suspicious. Yeah, no shit.
Yep, the definitely still evil alchemist took his body. That's for sure. I wonder if he's pumping it full of dew prism right now to try and turn it into a monster.
There you are. This man says he has vital information that will help us in our investigation.
Sure, he doesn't look completely... whatever.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Delion, Editor-in-Chief of the Thavnarian Truth, a monthly publication devoted to exploring unexplained and otherworldly phenomena of our isle.
Oh my god, it's the Raven all over again. Or the, Mithril Eye, or... what was the other one? No, I think Heaven's Word was also the Mithril Eye. This is our journalist for this one, I guess.
Your companion shared with me the news of your friend's disappearance. I happen to know precisely who's behind the incident. But I fear you may not like the answer, for the kidnapper is not of this star.
What?
They come from the heavens, from beyond the great expanse. They descend in curious saucer-shaped airships to study our world. Our society, our buildings, our very bodies.
Oh my god. Aliens?
You shudder, no doubt, as you realize of whom I speak. It couldn't be, you protest. But it could, and it is. Your dear friend the Inspector has been abducted by aliens.
If it was actually aliens who took him, why am I getting the feeling it was probably the Benuis on the moon? It's probably moon wabbits.
But you'll be fine, you assure yourself. After all, they just want to understand us better. You poor deluded child. That they do, but to what end? Why else? That they might one day take over our world.
Okay, so this is a rag. Like, the Mithril Eye wasn't great, but the Thavnarian Truth is obviously a fucking rag. Right? Also, look who's still spying on Nashu. Hi. I see you. You little stalker. The Thavnarian Truth is a fucking rag. This is some tabloid piece of shit that you would find at the grocery store.
It's worse, they plot to do so with the aid of collaborators. For the Charlians are in league,
Yep, it's Moonwabbits.
with our would-be overlords, providing the aliens with vital information on our vulnerabilities, in exchange for a position of power within the regime.
Sure they are, pal.
The final days was also the work of these alien invaders, an attempt to sow chaos, that our world would be easier to conquer. Blessedly, it was thwarted, only by dumb luck, as those that did the thwarting were blissfully unaware of the true nature of the threat. I'd hoped the setback would discourage the aliens from coming back, if not move them to abandon their ambitions. But it would seem events have only emboldened them, if they are indeed carrying out abductions here in Ratatan.
But who was carrying Hildy? If someone really walked out with a big old sack of Hildibrand over their shoulder, I seriously doubt it was moonwabbits.
Even as we speak, your friend lays prone on a sterile bed in their base on the surface of the moon. Where they poke and probe him with inscrutable instruments as our floppy ears wiggle with fiendish delight. But I have said too much. I must continue my investigation in secret. The fate of our world is at stake.
He's probably not entirely wrong. If Hildy really is up there, he's probably laying on a bed and they're poking at him with carrots. So... like, why won't he wake up? Poke, poke, poke.
No, that sounded awful. We have to go to the moon and save the inspector at once.
At least he got the floppy ears part right. Few materia short of a full medal. That's a good one. At least he got the floppy ears part right. Let's go hang out with the Wabbits for a while. But something tells me they didn't take Hildibrand. I still think it's that evil alchemist bro that took Hildibrand, because she said she saw some dude walking out of there with a big old sack over his shoulder. I seriously doubt that was moon rabbits.
So you don't think the inspector is somewhere getting probed by Iliads?
Well, yes, technically. But not in an unfriendly way, I promise you.
If not them, then who's probing him?
Moon bunnies.
And carrying a suspiciously large sack. That sounds promising. Maybe someone else could tell us more.
Oh, an escort one with Nashu. What sort of dumb shit does she have to say at the optional locations? Like, I can only expect the worst from her or Hildibrand at these optional dialogue points. The Arcasadara, oh god.
Fariga and his family are the nicest people. They got such gentle eyes and long snouts, too. Longer than anyone I've ever met in Eorzea.
Okay, that's all you got to say about the Arcasadara, is they got big old noses.
Garitri. The man with the sack. Indeed, I couldn't help but take note of him as he passed, trying so very hard to be inconspicuous as he was. He descended to Alzadal's path, then went over to the fountain, where he met with a merchant, I believe. Such a hefty sack it was, my mind was racing with the possibilities of what it might contain. That had to be our man, right? We need to hunt down that merchant.
God. Are you? Lob myself off the cliff. Like a bridge, just die.
Incredible, isn't it? Reminds me of the giant statue of Lord Godbird at the Gold Saucer. Once the inspector's back on his feet, we'll have to show him.
The man with the large sock. You bet I saw him. In fact, I sold him my chocobo. At first, I told him to get lost. That bird and I go way back and so forth. But he was in a hurry and his offer was very generous. When you're in my line of work, you can't afford to get too sentimental. Now I could buy a whole stable's worth of chocobos.
Did he say where he was planning on going next?
He was muttering something about having to get to Saltwind's welcome in a hurry. Probably while he was desperate for a chocobo. It's a long way to go on foot, never mind the sack.
Hear that, Ash? We need to head to Saltwind's welcome right away.
this pace, maybe I will make it through the 6.25 stuff in one sitting. Well, I should see if they need me to come out a little earlier for the, like, IRL stuff I need to work on. I think that's Yedlamod, isn't it? Saltwind. No, not Yedlamod. If I head for Great Work and then hop off a little early, I should be fine, though. Actually, I should be able to go all the way to Great Work. I forgot. Bavner's not Palaka, that's... eh. I'll hop off whenever. Let me go ahead and send a message real quick. Nope, not that. Wrong word again. Alright. There we go. And then I can just fly from here. It's a little aggressive for just flying around down there, but whatever. Sack. Here we are. Which means the mysterious man with the mysterious sack must be near. Keep your eyes peeled. Over there. That man's definitely up to no good. I somehow don't think that's big enough for Hildy. Maybe he's waiting for a co-conspirator. We should stay out of sight and watch what happens. Well, maybe it's big enough for Hildy. And of course it's you. Ashu, wake up. Ah, Mr. Chupacabra. He expressly told us he had put his evil schemes behind him. He wouldn't lie, would he? He expressly told us he put his evil schemes behind him. Jesus Christ. The goods appear to be none the worse for wear. Very well, your payment as promised. What an idiot. My client will be most pleased. Who is... What the hell is this? Who Is he gonna feed the inspector to that giant sea monster? Not a sea monster. Honor and pleasure as always, Dr. Lugay. I have faith this specimen will meet with your satisfaction. Dr. Lugay. So this is the one said to be the strongest, most resilient in all the world. The Mandeville man. None other. He has weathered countless explosions and a multitude of martial abuses, including a devastating suplex I myself did witness. It is even said that he survived a journey to Dalamud itself, and survived the Lesser Moon's fall with many a scratch. Most fortunately for us, he has fallen into a coma, from which I am assured he will never awake. You're free to do with his body as you please. Even the mightiest of warriors can't fight while asleep. Those meddlers may have gotten the better of me and my beautiful boy in the Tower of Babel, but my next child will be all but invincible. With this body, mine to command, I will exact a bloody glorious revenge. Okay. I need to go back to the Tower of Babel again. Forgive my boldness, Dr. Lugay, but when might I expect the rest of my payment? I have debts that must be repaid. Worry not. With the Telafari gone for good, the vast fortune of House Brutus is entirely at my disposal. I shall shower you with wealth, my loyal minion. And gladly shall I accept the spoils, Doctor, and resolve never to renounce my wicked ways, for surely this time I will suffer no comeuppance. Surely this time I will suffer no comeuppance. As we walk out immediately. Hi. My name's Comeuppance. Nice to meet you. No, not now! Not now! I must away! Smoke bomb. Hey! Give Hildy back, asshole! So much for your money. Wait, Dr. Lugay, my payment! Wow, he's a quick little dude. Wake up, Inspector! Oh, please let it, like, impale in his forehead or something. That'll be great if it just, like, stabs him in the face. You woke up? Nope, just bashed him in the brains. Could it be? The world's no longer purple! Stop moving, damn you! You're supposed to be the comatose centerpiece of my glorious revenge! I just can't get a hold of him. What'd you just do? What does that button do? Explode? No? Rocket? To the moon! Okay, nothing. There we go! To the moon! Now he really has been abducted by floppy-eared aliens. I guess we really will have to chase him off to the moon now. Bye! Not shoot. Oh god, that man just cannot stay on this planet. Sorry, not again! Where's he even going? He didn't get to the moon, that's for sure. Where's he going now? Oh, is he going straight back for Lugay? Oh god.
Rockets all the way into space, only to come right back to where he took off from. Dude. Everyone's running. Nashu all happy and then runs away. Well, that worked. Ish. Oh. Right to the face. Fucking smile. Boom. Oh. Just big fucking nuclear mushroom cloud. Oh my god, Hildy. Every damn time. It's just walking away with it. We're not going to do anything about the evil alchemist man who kidnapped you again. Great. Now when he finally pulls his head out of the sand, he's going to think he's a seagull. Wonderful. You say that was a rather dramatic series of events to awaken to. But more importantly, after a brief detour, I find myself in my own world once more. My most sincere apologies for causing you such trouble, my loyal assistants. But rejoice! For Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire has made his triumphant return. Oh my god. Idiot. Abducted. Abducted by floppy-eared aliens. What's with the palm? Are there moon moogles? Because I know there are moon bunnies, but why did the spaceship have a palm on it? Dodos and frickin'... We're just standing here watching. I love that. We just watch it get abducted. See you guys in Melon Thorum. Wait, Inspector! I knew it! An alien abduction! And to think I would have the chance to witness one with my own eyes! This month's issue of the Tavnerian Truth shall be the best one yet! Yeah, you go write your rag. Just when I thought we finally had the inspector back, off he went, and then came back, and then floated off again. Well, what do you want to do now, Nashu? I say we go get some food and relax. Let's go back to Thavner and get some curry and forget this ever happened. Sounds good to me. Fine. It's not the first time he's taken to the skies without warning. It's not even the first time today. Still, it's always a little disappointing. Still, there's no use crying over flying inspectors. Let's return to Rodzit Han. Oh, cool, she really does just want to go get some curry and forget this ever happened. Perfect! That's my girl. He'll be fine. He's just gonna go hang out with the bunnies for a while. Is this it for 6.2? Maybe not 6.25. Maybe these started in 6.15 and there's 3 sections to it that I'm behind on. now. I don't know when the Hildy stuff started. I thought there was a 6.25 and a 6.35 section. Maybe there's 3 sections out for it already. No. Inspector, why have you left me again? Where have you gone? No, this won't do. Get it together, Nashu. There's a case to be solved. Just you wait, Inspector. Your loyal assistant, Nashu, will solve the mystery of your disappearance. Again. And don't you worry, Ash. As soon as I have a new lead, you'll be the first to know. Till next time. Is this the end of the first chapter? Yeah, that looks like the end of the first chapter. I guess there were 3 chapters to Hildibrand out already. Huh. Meanwhile, in Merlimentorum. I may end up stopping here. Or, I wonder if they've unlocked relics now. Because I think you only needed to start Hildibrand to get started with the relic. But I think you also need to, like, clear different stages of the Hildibrand quest line to get the later stages of the relic. I wonder if I can start my relic now. Oh my god. It's, Oh god, what was his name from Chrono Cross? I've forgotten what his name even was in Chrono Cross. It was basically him. It really is just basically him. Oh god, he's adopted another kid. Oh boy, here we go. Yep, that's the end of Act 1. Astute mind and explosive panache. Find the crime, crack the case in a flash. This idiot running with Blue-Gay's head. Dashing debonair, pure gentleman's flair, agent of inquiry, Hildibrand Manderville. Truth and justice never go out of style. See ya, Inspector. Stupid little stalkers getting abducted. Oh my god, man. This is so bad. They really did bring Hildibrand back with, like, some real flair this time around. Okay. Where do you start the FFXIV reference? I thought you'd appreciate. Yeah. That alien was, I need to look this up because I've forgotten the name. Starkey. That is it. Or, you know, in Japanese it was Starchild, so in English they just called him Starkey. From Chrono Cross, he basically just looked like Starkey from Chrono Cross. Without the helmet, though. But yes. So bad, man. Love that. That was great. Also, Baron, do you know if I can get started on the first section of Relic now, or do I need to finish more of the Hildibrand stuff first? Because I think you need to talk to Godbert somewhere to start the relics, but he hasn't shown up in the Hildibrand quest yet. I imagine that'd be the next one. Because like I said, I have some IRL stuff I need to do, so I don't think I'm going to start the next section of Hildibrand. I've already been going about 2 hours, 20 minutes. If I start the next, it'll go like past 3 hours, and I need to get to doing some IRL stuff. You have to do the next part first. Gotta encounter Godbert. Okay. Thursday? I kind of want to dedicate Thursday to 7 Remake. Maybe what I will do is start early on like Saturday or Sunday. Doing the third section now to unlock the next step of the relic weapons. Yeah. I think what I might end up doing is actually starting at my usual time on Saturday and Sunday instead of waiting till 3 p.m. like I have been, which is when the static raids. Actually, I'm not even sure if we're going to be doing raiding this week. There were a couple people that were busy, but we never really established 100% if that was going to happen. They released the Midgard pack from... Yes, I heard about that. I also heard it's impressive. Like, very impressive. It's not just some goofy, here's areas of Midgar for you to wash, but there's like actually legitimate storyline from like Reeve and Tifa and stuff like that in the Midgar pack, which is weird. And then it like takes place at a very specific moment in the 7 storyline or whatever, which is kind of hilarious to me. Like, I didn't care too much about Power Wash Simulator before, but now I might have to get it at some point. But yes. I don't know if there's going to be raid, because some people might be busy. Even if there is, it doesn't normally start till 3 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, Sunday. So what I'll probably do is start around 1 p.m. Saturday, Sunday Pacific time, like I usually do for my usual stream time. And then for like an hour, hour and a half, a little while before raid, I'll try and knock out like another section of Hildibrand, maybe both days, right? Like knock out the second section on Saturday and the third on Sunday or something before raid. And then at some point I do want to start with the relics, but we'll see. A motorbike, a car, a robot, and 7th Heaven. Well, the motorbike, the car, and the robot, that would be the end of the Midgar section of 7, probably. If it's all 3 of them in the same place, like a motorbike, this weird-looking truck, and then like this tank-looking robot thing, then that's probably the highway at the end of Midgar. So you're like cleaning that up. And I think I'm power washing a scale model of Midgar right now. Well, there was the scale model of Midgar. Is the Power Wash Simulator thing like aggressively FF7R, or is it just like FF7 in general? Or is it like, yeah, this was definitely in 7 Remake, but not in the original game kind of stuff? Because if it is, then I know the like scale model of Midgar you're probably talking about. I know exactly what that is. But anywho, I haven't played 7 Remake, so I can't comment. Yeah. Anywho, I am probably gonna end it here a little early today. Like I said, IRL stuff getting in the way. Let me hop over to Twitch. Let's reload this. So I have all my live stuff up. What's that? Oh, because it's him. Yeah, he always does that. Never mind. Let's see. Mimi's doing patch day stuff, so she's actually working on the Hildibrand stuff, it looks like. Rainbow's doing that. Manila's doing deep dungeons in Manderville. A lot of people are doing that stuff now, so. Isabel. She's doing more Crisis Core. Oh, Fryce. I may throw you guys over to Fryce to support one of the members of my static. Let's see what he's working on. Yeah, he's working on the Hildibrand patch stuff. Okay. I will probably toss us over to Fryce then, to support a static member who's also working on Hildibrand stuff. Undoubtedly the 6.35 stuff, so I will probably dip pretty soon after the raid so that I don't spoil myself on any of the Hildibrand stuff yet. But we are going to head over to our bacon buddy Fryce for some more Hildibrand stuff. And I will be back Thursday for more Final Fantasy VII Remake. Doing... Oh yes, let me... Yes? Yes, that's right. That's where we're going for anyone who gets left behind by the raid or whatever. That's where we're going. Yes, more Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'll be finishing up... I should be finishing up the Wall Market stuff. Should be able to. There's some more side stuff I need to do in Wall Market, but I think I can get through the rest of it in one day. We'll see. And then, like I said, Saturday and Sunday is probably going to be more Hildibrand stuff, and possibly raid if enough people show up for it. Otherwise, I'll need to find some other stuff to work on. And we'll see what I do then. Alright, see you guys later.